Ili kupata Warumi 8 kama skiza tune kwenye simu yako, bonyeza *811 *815#.
Nina hakika kwamba hakuna kinachoweza kukutenga na upendo wa Mwenyezi Mungu. Si kifo, si malaika, si vitu tulivyokuwa navyo au tutakavyokuwa navyo, si mamlaka au chochote kitakachoumbwa. Warumi 8:38 hadi 39.
Kupata Warumi 8, bonyeza *811 *815#. *811 *815#.
Ni Easter nikaambiwa ndapatiwa siku ya off. Kila ni off ya Easter mtu anapewa off. Friday kafika sikupewa. Saturday, Sunday, leo ni Monday sitapewa.
Kupatia off yako baada hiyo wewe fanye Easter yako huko.
Mipango yote ano. Tumepanga.
Mogoga waje kucheza na menani tabati kabisa.
Nani ambaye anaolewa?
Muoi ni huyu.
Ekyo.
Muolewa ni mama Kaisi mama.
My husband. Oh no, my wife.
Oh, okay, sorry. Very sorry for that.
Happy Easter Monday. Good afternoon. This is Lunchtime News. I trust you're having a lovely day so far. Kindly, if you can reach us through our social media handles, maybe you can share where you're celebrating your Easter Monday from, and we shall be bringing you the latest of the news right here from the broadcasting house, and our sign language interpreter is Lensa Odingo. My name is Wambiru, and to kick us off, we shall be taking a look at matters of politics, whereby Meru Senator Mithika Linturi has settled for lawyer Linda Kiome as his running mate in his gubernatorial bid. Linturi, who is vying on a UDA party ticket, pledged to ensure inclusivity in the leadership of Meru County government if elected. Meanwhile, a section of MCAs from Trans Nzoia County are demanding for a repeat of the UDA party primaries in the area, claiming that the exercise was marred with irregularities.
Days after receiving the United Democratic Alliance Party nomination ticket to contest in the Meru County gubernatorial race, Senator Mithika Linturi has unveiled his running mate, lawyer Linda Kiome, whom he termed as youthful and energetic.
Mimi nimetoka pande ya Nyambene, na sababu zile viti ambazo ni za kikatiba ya sheria hapa ni ile utakuta ni katika serikali ya county, ni ya governor, deputy governor na pia ya county secretary. Ndio nikaamua nikitoka pande ile ya Nyambene pia tuwapee hawa watu wa pande hii nyingine ili tuweze kukaa meza moja na wao kiti ya naibu wa governor.
I am very, very humbled to be able to be a representative of both the women and also the youth. I really take this opportunity to thank God, because for once in our county, the people of North Imenti have been considered. And we also want to say that Mheshimiwa, as a youth and as a woman, I will lobby all the youths in Meru County as well as their women groups so that we can be able to support you.
Linturi asserted that he is better placed to succeed Governor Kiraitu Murungi.
Unajua pesa ile inakuja kaunti hii mi ya 15% or thereabout ama 20 kulingana vile pesa the share of revenue iko, ni ni itatubindi tukae zote, sababu tunafanyia Wameru wote kazi, ili wale wabunge wakiwa kule Nairobi wakifuata pesa za kuleta maendeleo, tunajua tunafuatilia pesa zote pamoja, na tukijua ni za kufanya nini na miradi inaenda wapi.
Meanwhile, a section of MCAs from Trans Nzoia County are demanding for a repeat of the UDA party primaries in the area. Led by Kinyoro Ward MCA Lawrence Mogosu, the MCAs alleged that the Thursday nomination exercise was marred with malpractices and threatened to ditch the party if the Dispute Resolution Committee does not intervene.
Tunaomba Deputy President, kama lazima elections irudiwe saboti on Tuesday, hatutaki wakora wote, aite wabunge kina Ichungwa, kina Didmas, kina Kashagwa, au wajamaa wakuja wasimamia elections yetu ya saboti. Sisi tutaki ene mkora yoyote ya Trans Nzoia.
So tumesema kwamba kama uchaguzi wetu haitafanywa na hatutapewa uchaguzi ambao sisi wenyewe tutaona kwamba it is transparent, fair and verifiable, sisi kama aspirants wa saboti tutachukua line mwingine, na hatungetaka ifika hapo.
Kama chama UDA hawezi kusikiza malalamishi yao pia na yangu, wanampatia idhini kwenda kugombea kiti kama independent candidate.
In Isiolo, a cleric has made an appeal to Kenyans to prioritize peaceful coexistence amid the heightened political activities in the country. Speaking at the Methodist Church of Kenya in Milimani area of Isiolo, the presiding pastor, Reverend Susan Mukiri, cautioned Kenyans against divisive politics ahead of the August polls.
Uchaguzi ni wakati tu ambao tutachagua watu kuwapatia kazi na kuwapa haki yao ile wanahitaji. Lakini uchaguzi ni wa muda kidogo. Hata kama utachukua miezi hiyo imebaki 4, uchaguzi utapita, lakini jirani yako hatabaki. Kweli? Uchaguzi utapita na pia yule mtu mnafanya naye kazi atabaki. Uchaguzi utapita na shinda ulizo nazo utabaki nazo usipozishughulikia kwa amani. Kwa hivyo unapochaguana, kuwa macho, chaguana ukiwa na hekima ya mbinguni.
Reverend Mukiri also challenged the youth to desist from being misused by politicians. For Lunchtime News, I'm Safina Aching Oma.
And still in the political scene, we cross over to Migori County, where the Orange Democratic Movement Party is conducting its primaries in Migori today before proceeding to other counties in Nyanza. Remember, the nominations are for the women representative seat, Suna West constituency, and the ward seats. And our reporter, Wycliffe Okech, is on the ground and gives us more details. Wycliffe.
Well, thank you so much, Jackie Wambiru, back in Nairobi. As you've rightly put it, we are in Migori, where the ODM party is conducting primaries. It is now race against time for the political parties to conduct primaries before the 22nd of April. That is according to the timelines issued by the Independent Electoral and Boundary Commission. And today, as we speak with you right now, I am at a polling station called Migori Primary Polling Station, which is one of the polling stations designated for this exercise currently. And if you can just notice from behind the background, you can notice the long queues that are actually made here by the voters that are seeking to nominate their favorite, or rather the preferred candidates to represent them, or rather to carry to fly the ODM ticket in the general elections that are forthcoming. And what we can report, Jackie, that the exercise kicked off at around 9, between 8 and 9 actually in most polling stations here, and so far it has been a smooth run for the exercise, except for the long queues that I can report right now. At the polling station where I am, remember the ODM is actually conducting this exercise the digital way. They're using the digital gadget where they they identify the party members who are partaking in this exercise. If you are a voter and you moment you show up at these polling stations and your name is not in the register, actually you don't get the chance to partake in that exercise, and that means you'll only have to wait to partake in the forthcoming general elections. And in this station right where we are, there's only one gadget actually that is serving the over 5,000 voters that are registered in these polling stations. Earlier on, I spoke with the returning officer that is in charge of this exercise at the county level, and he mentioned to me that the many polling stations had to be merged into one to accommodate the one gadget that is available. And by the morning, in the morning, I spoke to some of the aspirants, some of the MC aspirants who actually visited this place, and they registered their discontent over the slow pace of this exercise. But on that note, I spoke with the returning officer who said that there are two gadgets at the tallying center, which they were waiting for the IT experts to come pick them and bring them here. But now before that happens, the voters here will have to do with just the one gadget that is available. And like you put it, Jackie, the ODM party is conducting the primaries in this county for only the 3 elective posts. That is the Suna West Member of Parliament, the woman representative, and again the 40 wards across the county. Remember, the ODM party has decided actually they are using different methods of nominations, one being the consensus, another being actually the scientific method. And the reason they are conducting this exercise only in Suna West in Suna West MP is because that the scientific method that they employed indicated that the margin between the two candidates actually that are contesting this seat, that is the incumbent Peter Masara and the former member of parliament, that is Ndiege, is only 6%. That means they have to subject them to universal suffrage to get the clear whoever will fly the ODM party ticket. And just like I mentioned, the only hiccup so far is the slow pace. And on that note, Jackie, before I hand it back over to you, allow me to speak with just one of the voters here to get what they have to say about this exercise since it started. Mama, naona uko na hamu sana ya kuongea. Utanieleza unaitwa nani, ulifika hapa saa ngapi na umeweza kupiga kura ama bado?
Mimi naitwa Beatrice Mdevo Bayo. Nimefika hapa saa 2 asubuhi. Mpaka saa hii sijapiga kura, laini imepangwa, wanasema sijui mashini moja. Sasa tunaomba serikali kiwa kitu kama hii, wanafaa wanatufungulia, tunakuwa na mashine mengi. Angalau tunafanya haraka, tunaenda kwa manyumba. Okay.
Na mdogo wewe naona una hamu sana kuongea. Una yapi ya kusema kulingana na shughuli ya leo? Atangulia na majina na utueleze maoni yako.
Kwa majina naitwa Kennedy Ochieng, ni mkaji hapa Migori. I'm from Suna West constituency, Rubaragana ward. But according to when we wake up in the early in the morning, we found the ballot paper, the machine has not been reached the place where we should get them. So ikakuwa ngumu kabisa, watu wamejaa na mashini moja. So tungeomba kama wanachama wa ODM watusaidie siku nyingine tena tusione kitu kama hili, kwa sababu hata siku ya leo tumeona mama mmoja amecollapse hadi amechukuliwa na ambulance amepelekwa hospitalini.
Sawa. Jackie, those are some of the sentiments that are actually in agreement with what I've just said. There's only one kit that is serving the over 5,000 registered voters at these polling stations. Before we came here, we were from another polling stations. Actually, by the other side, it was at least there were two kits that are serving the registered voters here. Actually, from here, we'll be moving to other polling stations to just assess the situation as it is and report promptly to our viewers. Back to you, Jack, in studio.
Well, thank you so much, Weekly, for joining us from Migori, where long queues are being witnessed as the Orange Democratic Movement Party is conducting its primaries in Migori. We shall be bringing you more details as we proceed. For now, we move on. Safina presidential hopeful Jimmy Wanjigi says the party will field candidates for all positions across the country. Wanjigi notes that although the party had a short time to hold its annual delegates congress, it had managed to get hundreds of candidates for gubernatorial, senatorial, parliamentary and county ward seats across the country.
Speaking in Malindi while meeting members of the Gema community, Wanjigi retaliated that Safina was not looking into joining any coalition ahead of the general elections.
Tuna candidate wa governor Safina. Tuna candidate wa senator Safina. Tuna candidate za MP na MCAs. Ani wengi sana hapa Kilifi.
Wooing the residents to support Safina, Wanjigi said that it is the only political outfit that has the interest of Kenyans at heart.
Coalition ambao tuna form ni direct na wananchi wa Kenya. Si coalitions za ukabila, sijui za vyeo, sijui wanakata keki huku juu, hapana. Sisi tunakatia keki wananchi wa Kenya direct.
For Lunchtime News, I'm Zainab Said.
The Kenya Red Cross Society is appealing to donors to help mitigate the effects of prolonged drought in parts of Kilifi County. The society's county manager, Cornel Ndambi, says though the region will begin receiving some much-needed rainfall soon, help is still needed.
Over 219,000 people in Kilifi County are in urgent need of relief food following the prolonged perennial drought experienced in the county. Locals say some 20,000 livestock have died due to the drought.
Maji pia katika vidimbi ama mabwawa yameanza kukauka. Tunaona level za maji pia kidogo zinapungua. Kuna zile seasonal rivers ambazo zishakauka.
The Red Cross is distributing food to the locals, though it is not enough.
Magarini yenyewe kuna watu zaidi ya 40,000 ambao wanahitaji chakula. Hali ya njaa itazidi na wale ambao watakuwa wanahitaji chakula watazidi. Sehemu za maji pia nazo zitazidi kukauka.
There is, however, some hope that the onset of rainfall will provide some much-needed comfort to the farmers in areas such as Ganze, Kaloleni, Rabai and Kilifi South. Yusufar reporting for Lunchtime News.
Well, that report by Yusufara brings us to our first break here on Lunchtime News. Don't go too far, we still have more news coming up.
The legendary run to Olympia Stadion in Berlin is now less crowded, with only 4 teams out of 64 still in contention. Something more outstanding is that all of the sides to have won the DFB Pokal over the last 29 years are already out this year.
And Leverkusen are knocked out by a Bundesliga 2 side.
In the first DFB Pokal semi-final, Hamburger SV will face Freiburg on Tuesday, the 19th of April 2022 at 9:45 p.m. While in the second semi-final, RB Leipzig will lock horns with Union Berlin on Wednesday, the 20th April 2022 at 9:45 p.m. Having braced the turbulent journey and buoyed up with the trophy inside, no team want to go down without a fight. You don't want to miss this adventurous football show, live and exclusive on KBC Channel 1. KBC Channel 1, your true sports partner.
Do you have a news story to share with KBC? Get in touch swiftly on email news@kbc.co.ke or call 0723 892 654 or 0734 780 124.
Unajua ni Easter nikaambiwa ndapatiwa siku ya off. Kila ni off ya Easter mtu anapewa off. Friday kafika sikupewa. Saturday Sunday leo ni Monday sitapewa.
Kupatia off yako baada hiyo wewe fanye Easter yako huko.
Mipango yote tumepanga.
Mogoga wacha kucheza na menani tabati kabisa.
Nani ambaye anaolewa?
Muoi ni huyu.
Ekyo.
Muolewa ni mama Kais mama.
My husband. Oh no, my wife.
Oh, okay, sorry. Very sorry for that.
Welcome back. A section of Jubilee Party aspirants from Kiambu County have vaulted a move by Jubilee Party leadership to subject them to consensus in picking candidates to carry the party's flag in the August 9th general elections. Led by Kikuyu constituency Jubilee Party aspirant Jenga Waziri, the hopefuls seeking the seat said all the candidates should be subjected to free and fair nomination process to get best candidate who will face their opponents in August polls. The aspirants who accused Jubilee Party officials of having preferred candidates in the area reiterated that democratic process should be left to prevail and allow contestants to exercise their rights.
Tumechoka na kupangwa, na ndio sababu tuko hapa leo ili tuwashikilie na mtushikilie, twende pamoja, na kama hawa watu hawataketi na sisi to discuss, we negotiate, hakuna mahali tutaenda na wao. Tutasimama kivyetu na tutaendelea.
We urge the Jubilee Party to quickly conduct a free and fair nominations through the ballot, and accord the Kikuyu constituents to their democratic right to vote and elect their candidate.
Sisi tunataka nomination, tujichagulie mtu mwenye tunataka, kwa sababu hii certificate sio certificate ya mtu binafsi. Watu watatu hawezi keti chini mahali watu waambie tusemesema Odero ni mtu fulani.
Tufanye nomination hapa, mtu onekane kulingana na vile akona support. Lakini sio mtu ajulikane huko ati apewe hata hujui ni criteria gani imetumika.
Watu wa Kikuyu wapewe democratic right, tuende kwa uwanja, tuchaguane, hiyo ndio tutakuwa nini nayo, si ndio?
From matters of politics, owners of land along the border of Machakos and Kajiado counties are calling on the government to intervene in the border dispute that threatens to dispossess them of their parcel of land. The owners, most of who are on the Machakos side, are alleging attempts by the Director of Survey Kenya, Kajiado Local Administration and County Surveyor of Kenya to hive off a portion of Machakos to Kajiado County. For the last 3 months, the landowners within the disputed 65 acres of land say they have been seeking answers from the relevant government authorities to no avail.
The old meter gauge railway between Machakos and Kajiado counties had for long been the landmark boundaries indicated on the map. Recent developments have however seen it swing into Machakos to the ire of landowners there, who term it as a scheme to dispossess them of their property.
Kumekuwa administration ya Kajiado kishikana na majirani, wamekuwa wakitusumbua na kudhulumu. Wakija na wasemi, wakija wanasema upande mmoja wawaelezi.
Hatukusafiwa, tuliona tu magari ikatra commotion ndio tokaja. Lakini tulikuja when it was too late, washakata mtaro. Na tukaona wamejikatia shamba kiasi ya karibu 70.
The irate owners claim some well-connected individuals are plotting to alter the boundary and hive off their lands into Kajiado.
Tumejaribu kuuliza maswali, hawataka kusikia. Wakuje tu tufanye kitu ya ukweli, ile dispute ambayo inatakikana, kwa sababu naonekana tuna tu dispute ya mpaka.
Whereas attempts to get comments from a senior deputy county commissioner over the dispute are futile, the landowners maintain that the original boundary between Machakos and Kajiado be maintained. Isufar reporting for Lunchtime News.
Human rights activists in Kilifi County are calling for a multi-pronged approach to the war on teenage pregnancy. The activists say perpetrators are using cultural practices as a guise to lure young girls into sex and are siring children whom they have no intention of parenting.
At Safina Children's Home, here, the teenage girls call it a safe haven. Among the girls at the center is this 18-year-old girl who sought shelter at the home after she got pregnant at the age of 15.
Nilikuja hapa nikiwa niko na miaka 15, nikiwa ni mjamzito, na nilikuja hapa kushauriwa na nilirekebishwa. Nilipojifungua nikaregeshwa shuleni. Nilisoma mpaka nimaliza darasa la 8. Na sasa hii ninangojea kujiunga na chuo cha pili.
This 16-year-old girl took refuge at the center to escape sexual molestation allegedly perpetrated by her biological father. He warned her of dire consequences and punishment if she ever revealed to anyone about the ordeal.
Tuliletewa huyu mtoto akiwa na kesi ya defilement. Kwa hivyo tumekuwa tukishughulikia hiyo kesi. Ilipelekwa kotini lakini baba bado hajakamatwa.
Alifanya kitu kibaya sana lakini aliniambia kitu, ukiniambia kitu nitakumaliza.
Magdalene Tuva runs the Safina Children's Home. She says that teenage pregnancy in Kilifi is rampant and is becoming a pandemic.
Early child pregnancies ni nyingi na zinakuwa contributed kwa sababu ya mila na pia nyingi zilikuwa contributed na disco matanga.
Magdalene says no one is willing to discuss sex education and parents are feigning ignorance when challenged with the discussions.
Kitu kingine ambacho pia kimechangia haya ni itikadi, mila na desturi. Watoto wanakuwa wamebakwa na it robs them of their self-esteem. It robs them of their dignity.
Huwa tunafanya counseling. At first ni mtu lazima ujikubali. Kitendo kilitendeka kweli lakini itabidi ukubali na uyasahau. Ingawaje ni vigumu lakini tuajaribu.
Magdalene says the center is operating on a bare minimum, calling on well-wishers to support the initiative. She says that if less effort is put into the war on the vice, more girls will fall victim to the unending cycle of teen motherhood and hopelessness. Jacqueline Masharia for Lunchtime News.
And in the sports arena, Kenya finished 14th at the Vancouver leg of this season's HSBC Sevens World Series after losing to Spain 24-7 in the 13th place semi-final match played last night. Kenya managed only one converted try in the game scored by Kevin Wekesa in the 5th minute against Spain's 4 tries scored by Juan Martinez and Juan Ramos, who both got a brace. Following the loss, Kenya sits in position 10 on 37 points this season with 3 legs to go to be held in Toulouse, London and Los Angeles. The Kenyan team will return home to prepare for the next 2 legs in Toulouse and London next month before ending the season in Los Angeles in August. South Africa top their standings on 111 points, 6 points above second-placed Argentina, while Austria sit third on 100 points. Jamaica are bottom on just 3 points.
Josevani Sano, he's finally stopped, but he keeps the ball alive. Matana, his first ever try on the World Series. Congratulations.
And Choka Catalans